Hello, good morning. I'm just going to share this with you very briefly to show you how I ran a physics lesson for my Year 12s this morning. I'm using Teams, and on Monday I sent my class a lesson saying to them, be ready for 9 o'clock on Wednesday, get online, come on in. You can see I've had about 87 replies to that, with people asking questions about what to do, when they're going to be here, but mostly that was kids having a bit of a chat with each other and not really a problem. As they arrived this morning, I just made sure everybody was here, and then I was ready to start the lesson. Now, what it says here, I will unmute you shortly. So I knew that trying to run a lesson with everybody having permission to talk here would be difficult. So this is on the general thread. So I clicked on the general thread, manage the channel, and I've said only owners can post messages. So that's me. That basically just shuts everybody else up whilst I do the lesson. What I did also say to the kids was that this is great, and I wish I had a mute function in class, especially Minez, because, I don't know if any of you know Minez. All right, okay, so that's muted, and then today's lesson is ready to go. So I wrote this up in a Word document earlier, and just when the time was right, I copied and pasted it. So task 1, watch a video, and I have made a YouTube video for them today, and it was fairly straightforward to do for me because I've made them in the past. You don't have to do this at all, but you could record something, just a bit of an instruction, stay in touch with the kids. Right, then I've told them that I want them to be using their class notebook today when they make notes. Class notebook is a feature of Teams. You'll see it at the top of the page here, class notebook. If you want to, have a look at my YouTube video because I do show the kids how to use their class notebook. You might find that useful. Basically, right, class notebook. This is a way or a space within the team that I can save all the documents and files that we share together and work on. Now it gives me this welcome. I don't know how to get rid of the welcome yet, but I'll sort that out later. Maybe I can delete it. Oh yeah, permanently delete. Great, gone. Okay, so what I've got here is a collaboration space where, and I don't think the kids are using this yet, where we could get some collaborative notes here, where we together, anybody in the class who wants to write anything could write it down, but also each kid, so clicking on Anish Chowdhury here, he's got a class notes section, and today at the end of the lesson he is going to record his class notes in here. Also I have homework, and Anish is going to hand in his homework here. So 2 sections I'm expecting from Anish at the end of today, notes and homework. Okay, sorry if my computer's making some noises and getting some notifications. Let me just turn my volume down. Right, so anyway, back to the general lesson. All right, scrolling down the page of my lesson. So they've got a video to watch, then they've got a task, and the task says you are going to make notes in the class notebook. And then I've put here the resources for the lesson. So I found 2 YouTube videos which explain a little bit about the photoelectric effect, its history, but also they use animations or demonstrations to explain it in a way that I can't do now because I'm not in front of them. Then I've uploaded a PDF version of our Year 12 textbook. I've put that in the file section at the top of the page, so all my kids now can access the textbook, and they can read through the pertinent pages. I've also said PowerPoint slides, so I've got some additional slides. I'm going to add them to the files section now as well, so the kids can access those. And then I found an online animation. I put in a hyperlink so they can follow that. And normally in class I lead this animation and I show people and I ask questions along the way. Can't do that today live, but I found a guy who's done a YouTube video with that same animation, and then at the end I've just reiterated what I want them to do, and then I've said if you have questions, post them in your individual channels. All right, so this is now quite a good idea, I think, and this is an idea that I stole from a friend who works in China and has been using the online platform there and Teams for ages. Now what she's done is she's set up little channels within her general teaching team. So you see I'm on general at the moment. I don't want too much chatter in there, but team 2, I've put 5 of my kids in this team, and they can later today, they can comment, they can make notes, they can ask questions of me or communicate with each other. I don't mind them having their little groups where they do that. Now this team here, team 1, they have been doing they have talked to each other a little bit. Who's here? What's going on? Who's in our group? Da, da, da. Right, start by watching the video. Ishmael, photoelectric, ha ha ha. So he's obviously obviously engaging with it. Let's see what these guys are saying. Mahira, quantum physics is so exciting, guys. I hope you're ready for a ride. Whoosh. Yes, Mahira, she's obviously on board. I hope she's not being sarcastic. Let me give that a little thumbs up because I do like that comment. But I've also, I don't want to stay, I'm going to find this hard to stay on top of things, so I've created here and said any questions, please put them here. And that's the only bit that I'm going to look at. Now, I could stay online for the next hour with the kids, and if they have questions, they can ask them and look at that. But generally speaking, the lesson's set, it's ready to go, and I'll just hope it works. And anything that doesn't work, I'll speak to the kids about it later, and hopefully they'll feed back to me. And that's it. That's my first go at setting a lesson, and it did take a bit of work, if I'm honest. So my lesson started at 9 a.m. this morning. I didn't actually get started until about 9:10 or 9:15. Yeah, look, I launched it at 9:15 because kids hadn't turned up and I was still trying to upload stuff and being a bit frantic. But I did spend a good hour and a half putting this together today. Yeah, that's true. But next time I do it, it will take me an absolute fraction of the time because now I know what I'm doing. Cheers.